Welcome back to another episode of Suave and Friends, where we make new friends and we meet old friends. Today I have a special guest host.
Richie Ray, RPL TV. Am I that special?
Run it up. Nah, it's
Good,
been at least 6 weeks since the last episode dropped. We're going to talk a little bit about that, why I've been kind of slacking on that. Not necessarily slacking, but, I'm doing things.
What, you got a girlfriend?
Right, no, it's even worse. I have a health addiction. So I wanted to make sure that I'm able to, go through that. We'll have our regular show. We'll talk shit. We'll make jokes. The usual. So,
So where you been?
Let's just talk about the present, and then we'll go back the last 6 weeks. We just did one of the first things that I've ever done for the seafood diet. Anybody knows that. We did a little review KFC versus Popeye wings.
That's right. Yup.
What do you think about that? By the time this drops, this will be out already.
I already know they love Popeyes. Eastside, they like Popeyes. Right?
Everybody has
funny
would already see it
the
by
Popeyes
this point.
wings were slamming.
The Popeyes wings were good, but we did say this: the KFC wings offered more meat on the bones. You know what I mean?
That was crazy.
It had more meat on the bones, and then I think Popeyes one really won it because that original Popeyes flavor was crazy.
Well, they have a sauce. It's like more
and
of
a sauce.
It's a breaded wing. Yeah.
And the KFC one was like a dry seasoning.
It's like a rub.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which rubs are straight. Pause. Wait.
When you watch too much,
when
you watch too much Mason Cameron.
But no, it had a good sauce on it. It was like I don't know, the breaded chicken wings. If it's the right sauce, bro, breaded chicken wings for some reason they hit. I think what Ant said when he tried it, sometimes the sauce could be too much.
Right.
But overall, the sauce was crazy.
They're freaking good. I can't lie. So you guys will see that whole review.
Popeye's definitely one, I guess. I mean, KFC slam. I be going to KFC, bro. I be getting the box.
All right,
so
tender
wings,
we should have recorded
cheese,
this.
KFC got mac and cheese. Popeyes don't. That's all I'm saying.
But the KFC bucket, I think we agreed on this. That shit makes me sick, bro.
The oil,
the bucket of the actual
chicken,
the bone-in chicken. Oh, bro.
Here's the thing with fried chicken. Tell me not, bro. You take off the skin and it's slimy because it's got the oil on it. You know what I mean?
I don't even. Maybe it is that. I don't know what it is.
I think
but
that's
then
what it is.
The chicken tenders from there, they're all right.
They're
good.
Right.
They're good.
They slap.
I was gonna say, what else we tried? We tried the strawberry biscuits from Popeyes.
So, bro, there was a dope review. This man pulls out the strawberry shortcake, whatever pie, and I'm mad excited. He got one. I'm like, yo, you got me one? I don't know how it happens, bro. He pops up the lid to look at it, bro, and it just flops out and goes, not just falls on the floor, but and goes under the futon, but it goes under my futon. It flops over from his side.
We recorded right here. We recorded right here.
My futon, bro. We're on the floor for 5 minutes during the food review,
crying,
and can't even find this freaking strawberry.
Bro, we had just finished the wings, and I'm like, let's do this little bonus review. I think I'm gonna add it into the video and then also do it separate. Add it to the end of the video, but then also do it separate.
Bro, it was like poof.
Bro, it's like, you ever see...
it fell.
You remember that commercial? Remember the Campbell's commercial where she's looking at the Campbell's chicken noodle soup, and then it jumps off the shelf and it rolls all the way home? That's how I felt like the biscuit was
Bro, you were like Patrick Star when they all had the lollipop and they put it in the middle and you already ate yours.
The chocolate. He's like, oh, eating chocolate. He's like, who ate the chocolate? And he's like,
I don't know. He was like chocolate on his face.
No, that's how I felt. That biscuit rolled
literally. He's sitting.
I'm sitting right here, and it went boom. I think I popped it open, right, and then it just goes. And
just falls on the floor.
It ends up falling over here.
Rolls under.
But we're looking all over here and shit.
Anthony comes at perfect timing. He's probably like, "Yo, let me get a wing."
Yeah.
And me and
let me get a
Nico
wing. We're in a crisis
on the floor.
I'm like, yeah, go ahead and try the wings. And Richie's behind, looking for the shit, jinkies, I can't find the biscuit.
Yeah, bro. I was like, how did it end up in the... And it's the funny part is when I found it, it was tilted, on something under my bed.
So we end up just splitting...
it rolled.
The one... Right. We end up just splitting the one good biscuit. But I will say this. I would... I don't know if I'll get those two wings again.
Was it worth finding?
I will get the fucking biscuit again.
Yeah,
For sure.
Especially when you got to search for it for 5 minutes.
I thought it was a
hoax.
I thought it was a hoax. Like this whole time, I thought it was like just like a gimmick that they were doing and shit. And like when I see people trying it, also I thought it was gimmick. Nah.
Yeah, it actually was fire. It tastes like almost had like because it had this icing breading to it where it tasted almost like you're eating a cheesecake, like almost.
Right,
but it was like you weren't.
They said it was like a cheesecake, toaster strudel,
like I don't know. It was just dope. It was dope.
I thought it was good.
It was dope.
But overall, I mean.
We're fatties. Overall, we're just fatties still. And Nico's really not on a diet.
Right.
He actually has a girlfriend.
Right. I just go outside real quick and make a video. I throw some water on myself so it looks like I'm sweating.
Pause.
Right. I put water on myself to make sure that I'm sweating. It looks like I'm sweating, and then
What's up, guys? No, but for real, this guy's out here. What, you're running like 10 miles a day,
bro? So let's.
This guy's Lance Armstrong out here.
The Tour de France. No, before we get into that, so ultimately we said that I said that the Popeyes I think took the cake on the new wings. I think they even gave you more wings than Popeyes. I think Popeyes gave us 8 wings for like $6, and then I think it was $6 for
my East Side people. It was like the Popeyes was like this dockside type of vibe. I don't know. It was like, oh, these are wings. Like almost like you go to Wingstop,
like that. Yeah.
And then KFC was like, meh.
Here's our original chicken in a wing form.
It actually looked like a regular piece of chicken, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't...
Mardi Gras mustard sauce.
The Mardi Gras mustard sauce
really
is good.
with the wings on
and
Popeyes.
The Black and Ranch.
And the Black and Ranch.
Really good.
Then we went to KFC, and then it just had this McDonald's...
You know what?
Style.
Ranch. Like mad, like gelatinous
like it was
buttermilk.
More powerful than the... Yeah, it was
mad,
like
melted, gelatinous buttermilk.
Melted Jello.
I didn't like it. It tasted like when you get ranch, when you know, like you ever had a time when your parents bring home ranch and it's like not like Hidden Valley or something like that.
Oh yeah,
it's like Great Value ranch.
It's like you could taste the grate.
Yeah,
or what, the gray. The grate.
Yeah, you get the value.
You could taste the value. I messed up one.
That's good. You could taste the grate. Yeah, you could really taste the value in this.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was a good one.
Segueing into taste and freaking values and shit like that. Anyways, that was a horrible segue. The reason why your boy has not been as consistent on making videos and stuff. You know, I've tried like keeping up and consistent on the stories. I've been reposting a lot of old stuff I did.
You have been.
But I really been taking this health and workout and diet shit really, really seriously. Every day I do at least 5 miles. If I do a 2 a day, then I'll do 10.
How long have you been working out for?
6 weeks. 6
weeks.
weeks.
Just 6 weeks?
6 weeks. On the 18th.
Here, that's it?
Of last week.
I thought you were going to say your joke. Like, yeah, at least I can see my dick now.
Oh, no, I don't want to ruin any. We're going to cut this out because I don't want to ruin any of the jokes. I actually didn't want to. You know, we're not going to cut it out. We're not going to cut that out because that's hilarious. But,
dang, I tried to get you on that one.
But, no, that was good. That was good.
How about start over again?
No, keep it going. We're going to keep all this in. We're going to keep all this in. We're going to keep all this in, I promise. But I do want to save, like, all the jokes that I showed you guys earlier and all the jokes I'm writing down. I want them to be, like, if they're recorded, I want them to be recorded on stage.
Yeah, you know for sure, 100%.
So it could be like
official.
I'm actually I gotta want to. If I just say my joke here, whatever, like a formal written joke.
By the way, Nico thinks he could do stand up.
I think I could do stand up, guys. I think I could do stand up. I think I could freaking do it.
Yeah. That's why you started working out.
I think I could do stand up. Watch out, Bobby Lee.
That's why you started working out.
Right. No. So I started working out, bro, and like I literally one day cold turkey. I think it was
Don't you miss turkey?
Right. No, I could still eat turkey actually. But no, one day it was like a Friday. I think it was Friday September. No, it's September this month, right?
This is September, yeah.
Friday, August 18th. Bro, I just got my shit together. Bro. I just like and you can look back on the health app and you can see like steps and stuff like that. And that's the first day I had like 14,000 steps and stuff like that. And
I got really crazy one time. I started like doing the macros and like nutrients. And it's true. I could kind of count calories now when I eat food. Yeah. You could kind of tell
more or less. You know, like a couple. Like you look at for me, like I'll get chicken tenderloins, so they're always like the same size more or less. So you know, like if I eat like 4 pieces of this, it's like 300 calories. But like think about it, 400 pieces of chicken or 4 pieces of chicken like strips, right? Without obviously grilled and stuff like that, bro. That's gonna fill you up, and then you're supposed to like what I'll do is. Like the first couple weeks, what I did was like I love steak, right? So I'll have a decent amount of steak, like an 8-ounce steak, right? Mushrooms, onions. I'll have like a half a cup of not even that, maybe like a quarter cup of rice, and then like some veggies and stuff like that. Yeah, I not to have too much, because like I think a cup of rice can be like 300, 400 calories, and then that's like your whole meal basically. You don't want to. I'm keeping down to like 1,500, 1,600 caloric deficit. You know.
Yeah, and like I really feel like the main thing for like starting is like making sure you just don't eat fast food. You're just not drinking soda. Like that's such an easy way to start, too, bro.
Like a normal portion of food.
Maybe skip the breakfast and eat lunch.
Or even I only skip breakfast because I wake up late for work anyways.
That's different though. Yeah.
But like I would love to like wake up and eat. Anyways, my fasting hours are from my eating hours are only from 12 to 8 either way.
That's good.
Yeah, man. I think I'm doing a good job. Like I feel different already. Like
that's good,
just
man.
looking in the mirror. Like obviously I still got a lot to work on. It's only been 6 weeks, but I can tell just in these 6 weeks, being consistent and eating in that caloric deficit, that something's changing.
What's the biggest thing that you like about it? Doesn't it like what you feel? Just all of it.
I feel like this is something we talk about a lot. I feel like this is something that for better or worse is like gonna be consistent for the rest of my life. Right? I was saying to myself yesterday as I was running, like in my head, this is so boring. Like this is so boring. But I'm like, you know what? If I can chill and, you know, smoke blunts and, you know, do podcasts and, you know, do shit, like, right? I can at least dedicate at least bare minimum an hour of my day, which normally I try to do an hour and a half or more, or 2 hours, right? I can, if you at least dedicate an hour of your day to just moving your body, right? Getting your heart rate up, bruh, you'll change. So I'm like, yo, I'm 29. I'm really close. I'm like 6 months away from, or 8 months away from being
the big 3-0.
The big 3-0, right? And if I don't work on this shit now, then it's gonna be so hard in the future. Like, it's hard right now.
Well, for people listening too, this guy said something at this last job I had that just, I swear, bro, it just doesn't leave my mind. He was like, because he was talking about health and fitness, and he likes all that, and he's like, yeah, once you get 32, he's like, it's just natural for your body to start declining. So he's like, yo, once you're 32, like you have no choice. You got to really start focusing.
If you think about it, back in the day, people like. By
Which,
our
I'm
age,
30, 30, it's not that far. It's like, it's not.
Think about back in the day. By 30 years old, people were like, have kids and shit. Like, not
the average person.
Let's say people like went to war, had kids, they bought a house, they did it right.
They did now it's like faster.
Or even go even further back, like, you know, you getting married when you're like a teenager and shit like that. By the time someone to be 30 and avoid like plagues and death and all this stuff like that, like they're like, oh my God. So like now in this new age and era, we're 30 and we're very young. Like,
we're like more clean cut.
Now,
We're like more clean cut and like more faster nutrition, like options and like skincare, and like guys want to be girls.
So the technology has like
better science.
Right, and the science, right? Has, the technology and
that's
the science.
It, guys want to be girls.
Oh my God, yo!
Like,
yeah, man. But yeah, it's really sped things up to where it's like, yeah, we can have the time to like really focus on being healthy and stretching out our life and stuff like that. It's not like
I was watching Tom Segura. Did I say that right? And he had his show. I never watched it. He had Tony, and they were talking about the guy that films the show, the producers. Like, you could see him on the camera. He was like tagging in, and they were talking huge.
Nadav
in the beginning, that's his name. In the beginning, they were just going in on health, and Tom was like, "Yeah, we're doing this marathon," and they were like, "Where do you get the inspiration from?" And you know, Tom was like, "Well, yeah, Rogan." And then Tony sits down an hour later into the pod, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this guy wants to go to the marathon." And they were like, "Oh, well, Tony, how'd you get it?" He's like, "Oh, you know, Rogan, just being around him." And it's like so cool to see like high, like elevated people that we love, like be like, nah, but like I'm probably here because I'm like so dedicated to like how I feel in my body, and like Joe Rogan's like literally the voice of podcasts, and like he's out here like being like a mentor like to these guys, and they're older too. Tom is like he's like older than Rogan, I don't know, and they're like all in this hub of like making money, doing comedy, being healthy, and getting the producer to be healthy, and the producer's doing like an addictions and stuff, so it's like way past his health, but it's just dope. Like what? Like everyone wants to be healthy. And
I
stuff.
forget who was talking about this.
I got some thoughts.
I think it was like in that pod world too, but I seen someone say something where it's like, oh, vanity is supposed to be a sin, right? Like vanity is like a
like you're just self-indulging, like how you look, and you're like in love with yourself type thing.
But isn't it crazy how much that powers us or takes away from us, right?
I think it's confidence.
Right?
People just lack confidence.
If I'm slobbing around and then my body ends up look like I'm slobbing around, and I'm not taking care of my body and shit like that, right? Other things are going to reflect in life. My bank account's going to reflect that. My relationship with my friends are going to reflect that. My family and so on and so forth. Versus like, I can relate to this personally. Like, and what you were saying about Joe Rogan, I feel like working out every day is like keeping me accountable for my body, right? So that's one thing. Keeping me accountable for my diet, which is then folding into my money. And now with the money I'm doing, bro, like my credit's getting better.
It's all coming together.
I've been working on my credit for a little bit.
No, I'm saying everything aligns. Like everything has connection to you. When you focus on your diet.
Right. There's more positivity.
Your health.
Right. Yeah. So it's a build up. I feel like it's a build up thing. They say like if you get it's like something about like, your temple, right? Like make sure your temple is like,
you're like, they say, well, your body's like the temple of the Holy Spirit, so obviously like temple of sacredness, or like,
and you want to make sure like you take care of your temple,
for sure.
And then I feel like everything else just follows
suit. A rich man wants everything, unhealthy man just wants one thing. Ooh. A sick man wants one thing.
Ooh, that's a bar right there.
Yeah, and it's like the real scary thing is like how they're telling us to our face every single day, especially this year. People will be like, oh, they've been saying it, but like, no, bro, there's more news about how bad our food is now. Like now it's just everywhere. We're just seeing like post after post of how terrible, even like food you buy in the market, and people are like exposing the food and how preserved it is. So it's like, we already got to avoid that.
Right.
So imagine like not being healthy and like not running and not being. A lot of people I think get mentally sick, like depression, because of like no physical like type of movement. Yeah. I believe that. It happens to me actually.
I feel like when
I don't get sun, I freaking get like kind of weird, like gotta go outside type stuff.
I just sent a picture or a video of like one of the intros that we did for the chicken thing, and the first thing she said is like, "Wow, you're glowing. Like your skin is glowing. Like you look happy. She's like, you look great." And I'm like, "Damn." I was like, "I don't know about happy." I was like, "But I think I might look good because I'm working out now. I'm being consistent with it. I'm not eating shit anymore. You know what I mean? Your
skin and stuff, like your pores open up. Like I believe, there's a lot. The guy was saying, maybe
and I'm getting sun a lot too. Like I'm going outside." I mean, I try to go outside more, but like on the weekends when I go out, bro, running around for an hour outside where the sun is at its peak, you get a good tan.
Yeah, for sure, fast. Right. I got a tan just talking outside.
And check it. It's my face though. It's my face, but because I wear hoodie, so it's normally just my face. But I guess that might have part.
There was like this Instagram video of a real life plant. I don't even know if it's real or not, and a fake plant. Real life. I mean, two plants. My bad. Two plants. Both had this capsule over it, like a clear capsule you could see the plant, and then they would do weekly or daily like shouting negative words onto one plant.
I've seen something like that.
And then like speaking life into the other, and like the other one just rotted. It's like that's what happens like every day with your decisions. Like you either like do all these decisions that like are gonna make you feel like crap, or you're gonna do like 100 decisions, little small decisions that. And I think a big one is like speaking life into your own life, like saying things mentally. Every day for me is a battle in my mind, bro.
When do you think the most? Like when do you have your best ideas?
My best ideas? The best ideas. I think the best ideas are like.
When do they come to you? Rather,
the best ideas are like example when I was setting up the room today. I was having a bunch of ideas, and I think it was because like I was just like in an area that I like and created. So I guess whatever people say their office, or it could be wherever they have. But then it was like quiet. So I think I just had some jazz music on, and then I wasn't really trying to look for an idea.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's when the best ideas come, but I would say that they really come random.
I don't know if
they'll come like it could be you walking like outside or something. I don't know. I feel like Michael Jackson when I say that.
So I think that I agree. I definitely in those moments of silence, like even like when I'm working out and I'm doing my cardio and stuff like that, I'm just running. Like I said, it's so boring. I'm just thinking the whole time. Like I have enough time in my head to think that it's boring. Only thing is just me. I don't even focus on my breathing and stuff anymore because it just goes,
for sure,
right? Yeah. Subconsciously, but the only thing I can focus on is just keep running and there's music. Other than that, it's like I'm there, like I'm present. I'm thinking about like oh, like with this new credit line, with this new credit line, like what could
yeah.
I do with it? Like, oh, like when, and this is like stuff we'll be getting into soon and stuff like that, you know, like I said, talk about turning 30 and stuff soon. You know, how much should I wait until my credit goes to a certain level before I apply to get, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like, it's just so funny you say that, because it's like showing the power of like of the phone and like the generation we live today, because like you feel like that because you're not looking at your phone, you feel like that because you're not home, so you're making an excuse to like find something to do, you're breaking habits,
Right.
It's so funny you say that, because not even funny. It's just like, yeah, man, meditation, like being in quiet mode is like good. I don't know if people struggle with that. People be like, oh, like people see Kobe Bryant meditating and they be feeling like, oh my God, look, he's like a god. And it's like, bro, you can do that in your car,
right,
dude. Like,
I seen,
there are people not smart enough to like meditate.
It's the
like,
phones.
I'm not trying to sound like an a-hole here, but like, dude, like you have to self-reflect, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
Yeah.
Like
so,
people like, yo, have you meditated? It's like,
funny you
have
said
I
this.
sat on a toilet and like thought about my life? Like,
so
yeah.
a lot of people is so now we bring the phones in everywhere. 9 times out of 10, you bring your phone in the bathroom.
That's true.
Like you taking a shit, you bring your phone in the bathroom. However,
I don't. I don't.
But even
I'm just kidding.
So I'll say this: even before it was your phone, people would bring magazines in the bathroom.
I got a TV in my bathroom.
Right? People would bring magazines in the bathroom and stuff too. Back in the day, even when I was growing up, like my mom had magazines in the bathroom. So I would just always remember it was always like something to do, right? But I do get what you mean. Like if you don't have any of those vices, you are thinking. So another time,
no, but it's like good because you're like actually doing something different.
Well, another time that you're only nowadays, right? You're only doing it when you're sitting in the toilet, when you're taking a shower, and when you're about to go to sleep. So when people, so you always hear people like, "Oh, I had the best idea while I was taking a shower and stuff like that." And this is kind of verbatim what Mark from Flagrant Podcast was saying, but it really resonates with our conversation. Like, yeah, you had a great idea in the shower because it was just you and the water. Like, there was nothing else going on. Like, granted, if you have music playing or whatever, but there was nothing else going on. You're either thinking about the music or you're in your head, right? So it's like you take away all these distractions and stuff, and now you all of a sudden have the best idea you ever thought of. Well, that's the only idea you thought of all day. Because, you know what I mean? You never had that time, like you said, to self-reflect.
I see what you're saying. I see you didn't have if you're not in a corporation where you're having meetings at 11 a.m. discussing, then you're going to have to find that space. Meditation is like big in a sense of like just breaking down things. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Like the world we live in and like how like, I feel like I always make this thing like the 80s was like drugs and sex, and then the 90s was like fame, and then like the 2000s was like technology. Like, the 70s was crack. It's like, what's the epidemic? And it's like the epidemic like, yo, I can't even say it. I'm over spitting on this guy. Pause.
Speaking in your native language?
No, not my guy. Nah, but sorry, but it's like I feel like it comes in a beautiful way. Like I feel like when I used to go to church and stuff, they used to talk about the devil coming so nice and beautiful and sleek, and it's like that's what technology is, a beautiful place to be, but yes, there's like major manipulation from the government as far as like what our news source is. Like they used to say, oh, we don't watch the news no more, we cannot watch it and do Netflix for a good 10 years, 2010. Then like after 2010, it's like, nope, we're gonna make everybody's phones about the news now, and we're just so used to it. And like if you're not freaking aware of what the frick's happening, I be on my phone to this day, bro, and I be scrolling, I be like, dang, Richie, you know, like you should be doing something right now, or like, Richie, you know, like how bad it is to go from like good news to bad news to good news to bad news, and like I'll be in the middle of scrolling, and like you be feeling itchy, and I be feeling this anxiety, and I'm like, life is good. Like my boy told me he be getting anxiety. He'd be like in the middle of a birthday party feeling like weird out of nowhere. I'm like, yeah,
you don't have that feed of because you're at a
it's like your
party.
Whole life was your whole day was consumed. Yeah, go ahead.
You don't have that instant that feed of like news coming in all the time, like
or flush out,
right?
Or flush, or like you didn't do no.
Now it's like you're away from everything. Your phone's down. You know what I mean? And now it's like you have to focus on people, just like people.
Damn, you're going in.
People are not.
You're going in, bro. People are struggling with this, bro. It's so insane, dude. My one of my I know someone close to me that actually has anti like social disorder. Like it's bad. It's like it's like this person really struggles, and it's like, whoa, okay, like this is serious case.
Right.
But bro, like, yo, our generation of people, y'all, like, we be acting like that. Like, I've acted like this. Like, I'm not saying this like to the crowd. Like, if I never felt it, like I felt like this victim of this like mentality of like social anxiety, and it's like, where does this come? And I think you hit it right in the nail. Like, we be so confused at work and like problems and like relationships, and some men addicted to sex and always trying to mess with girls and phones, that like when it's time to like be organic, bro, it's like
they don't know.
It's like Twister, dog.
Yo, I mean,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I fell in some holes where I didn't want to be around people, and it was mostly because I got hurt, my life. But but I see other people, they deal with it. Like, they're my age, and we went to school together, and I see them now, and I'm like, yo, like, no disrespect, but like, I love you, bro, and I wish the best for you, but you're a weirdo. Like, you're coming off as a weirdo to society. Like, the way you act is like, damn, it sucks. Because you're like, yo, it all comes from, like, they don't know their social anxiety. They don't know who they are, where they want to go. And the phone, bro.
Yep.
The phone be, like, telling you different things every day.
The personality that they get from whoever they are online doesn't translate to who they are in person. You know, and it goes past, like, people who are, like tricking. You know what I mean? Like pretending like they're somebody who they're not. Outside of that, like money-wise, right? Outside of that, like someone just pretending to be something that they're not personality-wise. And then, like, you meet them and it's just like, oh, you think this is online too? Like, no, we don't, that's not how things happen in real life, dude.
Go ahead, give me an example.
I guess it could be, like, maybe, like, some things, like, maybe some, this is just off the top of my head, like, just some, maybe, like, general, like, you're putting me on the spot. Maybe like some general like sayings or something like that. Maybe could be like a really simple like how I have it on the tip of my tongue. I can't get it out though. All right, so to get into some fun questions here, I'm gonna lead you into this question. You played organized sports growing up, right?
Correct.
Baseball, namely.
Yeah, I play baseball.
What's the worst you guys ever got beat by?
The worst was probably like 20, like 20 to 2, 19 to like 3, like somewhere it's like, bro, like you be out there as a youngster and you be like, let's just wrap this up.
Right, like you didn't like those days. You didn't want to play baseball anymore.
It was like,
tell me about the one that you remember. Walk me through the one you remember.
The beating would be so bad. It'd be like, thank God no one cares.
Okay, think about a bad one. Think about a bad one. Go in your mind real quick. Think about a bad one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You got that, like a specific game.
I got a couple.
Okay, now that you're looking back, give me one though. Now that you're looking back, or you could generalize it. Yep. Going into like getting up, like your parents taking you to the field, like walk me through from there to the end, like real quick. Like, how do you feel? Like, you're going to the baseball game, you feel great. Like, we're gonna play.
So you think that I'm feeling great coming to this game?
We're going already.
This day you got me laughing, bro. We're going like, cause back in the day when we playing, it's like, yo, East Side camps really were like ghetto, bro. Like, dads used to fight at the T-ball parks. And like T-ball games, like no exaggeration. Like I used to like love telling that because it was like, dang, like it really is brutal out here. So like when these other dudes used to come in for tournaments, one year the tournament was at our park, which is crazy because it's almost like we had to fight for like others to agree. So we like put all this money to cut the grass to make it look nice. But you got people with like money coming from like the like outskirts of Orlando, like these white boys coming in and they like look a little taller, their bats are a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
And like, bro, you're showing up and like you're just out there trying to act like it's gonna be straight. Like you're just out there like like we all stars, bro. It's like because it was like the best of the best.
Yeah.
And you're just like with your uniform, like your uniforms are dope. Like you got the white pants on, so it's like, yo, I haven't dirty these. So you're like throwing like mats, like you're trying to act cool, but inside you're like, dog, we about to get killed. And then like the first couple innings, like it's gonna be straight. But then like one hit,
what point
someone hits the ball,
like,
someone like jacks a home run, and then like.
And how old are these
kids,
then
out of nowhere, the next guy just... No, like, you'll go through the first lineup and you'll be like, oh, okay, it wasn't that bad. But then the guy comes up again like, yo, F these guys, jacks a home run. And then the next guy comes up and jacks a home run. And you think it's fake. You're like, there's no way these kids are doing this. And then the game's over. And then you're like, yo, so we went just 2 innings. and then it was just done. It's like once they hit the home run, it's like every kid decided they wanted to hit a home run.
Oh, so you got the mercy loss before?
Mercy loss, nigga, was in a tournament when you're supposed to be like the best of the best.
Yeah. Was his first round?
Bro, this is like 9:00 in the morning first round.
You guys were able to get McDonald's breakfast and then go back
the whole
after the game
thing,
and get
bro.
McDonald's
Like
breakfast before they closed.
wake up cranky to get excited for McDonald's breakfast, to get to the field and realize you just want to go back to sleep. No, but you're out on the field throwing before the game, trying to act like it's gonna be straight. Meanwhile, you lost to them last year the same way.
That's hilarious. So, do you remember the kids' faces when you got there? Like,
yeah, you remember some of
like
not
you remember
faces.
them,
You
like,
like
oh
remember
my
the style.
God.
Like, I remember one kid. He
Zachariah,
was like
he hit that at the park last time.
Nah, like Lincecum Jr. Like this dude had long hair.
Winston.
He just had long hair, but it was like straight, thick hair that just curled right at the end and just sat right there. And they were lefties, so it was like you always used to like east side niggas throwing righty. So then of course the white boy comes in with the long hair and he's throwing lefty, and you're like, just bizarre looking kid.
I don't know anything about baseball. Does that mean
like
you have to stand on different side of the mound?
He would like he's the white boy on the east side. He would have his nose just caved in.
How does that make that harder?
If you said something wrong.
How does that? Okay, so we're leading, and this is a good lead-in, right?
Yeah.
But how does that make it harder? Like a pitcher pitching left or right hand.
Well, it's not that. It's kind of like you're kind of like we're just east side boys trying to play ball, and like majority of us throw right.
Right hand, yeah.
You know, and majority of us will never have long hair. Like,
so is there a difference, like when the
not long hair,
when the ball is coming towards you? Does it make a difference, like if I'm standing on the left side of the mound or the right side of the
yeah, I mean, as a righty, you're supposed to hit it easier, but because you're young and still learning, like this guy's throwing so hard.
Yeah.
Like you're like, bro, he's like, it's almost like he's that one kid that failed, and you're like, yo, how did he fail? It's like, no, he's just really large, like. He just
like
barely,
someone check his freaking ID.
Yeah, like
please.
yo, like I swear they probably.
I swear he drove here. Like
I think they used to do that at our games. Coaches used to like the lame coaches. You'd be like, oh, who's that kid? And be like, let me see his ID. And like they'd be like, I told you. And then he'd come back like, oh, he's legal. And then he jacks a home run, we lose. And you're like, you're lame, bro. Like, why'd you go over there and try to figure it out? Like, we could have just lost regularly.
No, they go check his ID and it just says, like what's that movie? I am 16. It's like an old ass dude.
The kid got a unibrow. Like, yeah.
He brings one of his kids
it was
to the
good
game.
times. Those are great. Those are great memories.
Oh, this is your little brother? No, this is my son. I'm here to play baseball.
That's great, my little brother. It's my son.
Yo,
my younger brother.
All right, so
yeah,
you know what it feels like. You know what? So you know what it feels like to get beat out by a lot. Pause. Yo,
that was crazy.
The Oregon game versus Colorado Buffaloes, Deion Sanders team. Jesus Christ! So I'm gonna set this up real quick. 2 games, not this last game, right? Versus Oregon, the one versus Colorado State, bro. One of the most electrifying games I've seen in a long time. Like it felt like it was like Super Bowl intense. Like it was. They're
like, bringing college football back, like bro, officially.
Yes, and Deion Sanders and his sons and their team is like the biggest reason for it, right? So, anyways,
and he's coach.
They were 3-0.
If
they
y'all
won
don't know,
that last
Deion
game.
Sanders is coaching his son, and his son is the
two
what?
sons. He has 2 sons.
His son is the
one of them is a quarterback.
He has 2,
and the other one plays both sides of the field. He plays defense and offense.
Sick, dude. LeVar, who, bruh?
Right, LeVar Ball reincarnated and stuff.
Reincarnated.
Anyways, but it's like, you believe it more coming from Deion Sanders because it's Deion Sanders. You know what I mean? That's like if Michael Jordan's sons were successful.
Yeah. Anybody we looked up to sons that were dope.
Right.
You know?
I mean, so anyway, so they do 3. They won that. They won that game 3-0. Last night's game or yesterday afternoon's game. Oh my God, they went against the Ducks in Oregon. Bro, 42-6. 42-6. So for folks at home who don't know the scoring systems for football, 6 points you get awarded for a touchdown. You can get 1 point conversion, 2 or a 2 point conversion once you score a touchdown, right? Or you could do a 3 point field goal. They got 6 points. Oregon got 42. Bro, I was and then by halftime. By halftime. They got 42 by half, or like 34.
Halftime?
I think they were at 34 by halftime, and then they scored one more after, or 1 or 2 more.
Oregon had 42
and
by the half.
Something like that. Something crazy.
I need to buy now the Oregon Dunks cost that much more. Thanks, Deion.
So look, how do you speak like your theoretic on like how they should move forward with it, and also kind of mix in your own experience. But like, how do you move off from that? Like, you pause, go in that bitch with the biggest balls, and then now you took like a ill loss, like not just a regular loss. Like you lost by a couple points. Like, fuck it, we'll get them next time. Like, they just beat you by a lot. How do you move past that? How do you move past that? Going,
yeah, that's a good question, bro. That's a good question, because like it me immediately wants me to go like to real life and be like, okay, so what's like a major loss in business or like whatever. And when you think about a loss like that, the logical answer for them obviously is like, they have to train harder,
right,
and study.
Right,
like,
always.
Like when you're in baseball, like you're like, dang man, like I do got to practice more. Like, yo, dad, we got to get more trainers. Like, and it's normal. And then there's the mental side, right? And like I think the mental side is it's crazy, because I do believe like the real athletes, the guys like people that really want it, they'll like it'll hurt them.
Yeah.
But for some, it'll hurt them maybe for a while, but like for some reason, it's like that type of person will be like, this is not the end. And like, I know it sounds corny, but like that's kind of like the thing that Kobe comes to mind. Like when he hurt his Achilles, like I'll never be the way I was, but in his mind he was just like, but like the journey does not stop. Like there's still something to be made out of this moment. And so I think for me, like it's mad hard, but when you lose like that, you tell yourself like, you definitely individually want to be like, okay, maybe so-and-so messed up on the field.
They went back to the locker room and were like, all right.
It's a team effort. Yeah. It's a team effort. So you got to like, some guys are going to have to step up. But individually, you're like, this doesn't define me. So the first thing is saying like, this loss is not who I am.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times in life, like it's happened to me, like you'll lose and like, in life, something bad will happen in your business or something. And you immediately be like, yeah, this is who I am. I always failed. This was never meant for me. And you'll start doing it. And I think you kind of like, if you really, I know kids, when I stop liking baseball, you'll feel like that towards things you don't really like too much anymore. The give up will start to be authentic and real. But when it's something you love, you're telling yourself like, this is not the end, because like, I know what I can do.
Right.
And I think when you focus on what you know you can do, and it didn't happen in this moment, you go, okay, but no matter what, it's going to happen. I'm going to figure it out one way or another. And I think, like, as long as you're alive, like, how do you come back from a loss like that? You tell yourself, like, I could do it again.
Right.
Like, it can happen again.
Someone, what I read the other day.
Like, I'm going to play another game. Like, there's another chance to come back from this.
There was and this kind of ties the sports thing and one of the last conversations we had about the health thing, right? I'm getting older. It said, I'm 37. I used to think all the time that it's too late for me to start working out, or it's too late to do this, or too late for me to further my education, or whatever, like rekindle with my kids, or say sorry to my friend, or whatever. He's like, and then I started thinking in a mindset that I'm 90, and I got the chance to go back to 37.
Yeah.
He's like, so I live every day like that, like I'm 90, but for some mysterious reason, I was able to get the chance to be 37 again. So, like, I'm living my life through that lens. And I think that kind of goes like that resilience. Like, if I give up now, 30 years from now.
Definitely lost. Like,
right.
If I give up now, like, when you lose in a game and then you say, I quit baseball, it's like, yeah, you lost. Like,
look, this is kind of like, I feel like this is good.
Oh, can I say another thing?
Go ahead.
The real perspective on it, when you lose, what sacrifices do I need to make now?
Yeah.
Now you look back and you go, okay, I did this and this and this. It didn't work. But then you look back, there was some things that I kind of skipped, or some new things come into your life, or some new friends give you advice. You go, oh, that's the perspective. And you go, this is what I need to sacrifice now.
I like when people say a loss is a lesson.
Yeah, I was doing 100 swings before. It hurts, man. I don't want to lose like that again. I'm going to do 200 today.
Right.
Yeah, what sacrifices am I going to make? And it's a hard adjustment, because that's a hard pill to swallow.
And
but man, it makes you better.
That, I mean, on the football topic, that they will go back and watch the video and stuff too. They have all the stats. All the stats are recorded and stuff, so they can say like, oh yeah, for example, let's just say this would like, oh Shedeur, they hit the QB. You actually went back on your left foot this time. You should have went back on your right. You could have got a better they can go back and correct those things. Oh, now I see what's wrong. Now I can go practice it. So it's like anything. You gotta realize what the problem is, right? Like, know that in your heart, like, okay, this is the problem, and then you can start making steps towards it. I feel like it's like with any loss, you can relate that to, like I said, financial and your life and stuff
you
like
know,
that.
this is so crazy about that you had brought this question up, and I hope people really watching this specific episode is dope. My coach, man, I didn't realize this till I got older, bro. When I talked about Eastside kids and us being ghetto over there, bro, my coach was like real, like, he was this Louisiana dude, so he had this country, like, white guy personality, like drinking beers all the time and rat tail and piercings on his face, but he looked like a Cherokee, like Indian, bro. Like he had these strong Asian eyes, strong like dark brown skin, like it was just like heavy, and he had a mixture of family, right? Bizarre looking dude anyways. I love this guy, but he always like was funny, and he was always like, it's not a big deal, or like he would make fun of us.
Yeah.
Like he would be like, yeah, you guys were A out there, like you guys were ass out there, like, and you would be like, you would laugh, and then you would be like, yeah, we do need to get better, but it almost took the load off as a kid.
Yeah.
And so I think sometimes when you're older, like, you know, anybody listen, like sometimes it's just like, it's okay to just like, you don't need to give up, but it's okay to maybe just stop, you know, just like really relax and just kind of like look at it not so serious. Like,
yeah.
Like some people really have losses. It's a different story.
Right.
There's different situations, but there's other situations where like the sense of humor got to kick in, you know, and you got to be like, you know what, man, like a perspective got to kick in. Like, I guess it's perspective, you know, like you were saying before, like 90 years old, a chance again. And I think perspective is kind of always going to win every time.
Yeah. I feel like,
for sure. Like,
anytime you have perspective, anything, you can get, like, you can have a quick disagreement with somebody, right? And maybe you guys get into a big argument, friends, family, and stranger or whatever, like, and then the next day you've had all this time to think about it and get a perspective on it, and then you think like, damn, like maybe I was wrong, or damn, maybe I should have said something differently.
Time will tell for sure. Yeah.
Or maybe you feeling hurt, like, oh, I know I was right, and how could I relate this differently? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think this is crazy. This is another one. I think there's a group of people out there, they don't get upset enough. Or like something hasn't happened to them that like, or they have so much pride, they're like, they like, bro, breaking is part of the win. Like crushing down, crying, maybe it's not crying, but you know, breaking down, emotionally beaten down, venting to someone. Definitely don't be running to alcohol and drugs, right? Because that's where people mess up. But like those moments like really help you be like decompress and like let out all the garbage you've been holding in. And then realize, oh shoot, it's not that bad. Yeah. And then just realize, oh shoot, I was wrong, or this is the way to pivot, and just pivot. And it's like sometimes like that break is like totally fine. Like just kind of stop and breathe and be like, okay, this month I'm not gonna focus on pod. Like I'm gonna do these workouts or whatever it is, bro. Like life's short, dog. Like people won't. Be mad because you stopped for, like, this is an example, because you stopped something for 1 month. Right. If anything, they'll remember for what you were doing that day, and that was like Nico went out for a run and he got mugged. Right. Right. Thank God. You know, it's funny, sometimes I think about that. You know, like, he was doing what he loved. I think that's more powerful than like doing not 9 to 5. That's just such a cliche example, but doing something you don't like because you feel like you have to. Yeah. You really, really, really have to. Yeah.
No, that's maybe you needed a break. It's a funny joke, but I sometimes I do think about that because
he was doing what he loved to do.
I run around my parents' neighborhood, so it's a nice neighborhood and stuff like that. I always think to myself like, damn, I would not be doing this if I was in LA still. Like running around. Granted, my old neighborhood was not the best, but like I'd be going out for 2-hour runs at like 10 o'clock at night. So I'm out there at like the weary hours where it's like.
Yeah, I mean, the other day I pulled up to your house. I think, you know, it's powerful to have people in your life that, you know, are self-aware and like want to pour into you and they're there for you. I remember telling you I'm going through A, B, and C, and you were just like, bro, just be grateful, like, that you're going home, like your power's on. And, you know, sometimes it's like, you know, people out there listening, sometimes maybe you just need a snack, maybe you need to call someone, and you just need to, you know, you just need to hear like, yo, you're gonna be okay. Right. Sometimes like friends in your circle, bro, like people underestimate your circle, and like I always talk about that. Right. Like key, bro.
Yo, speaking about having good friends, I think this person could have used some good friends for advice. Have you seen the article of the guy who I think it was in a Colorado prison? He actually escaped like kind of Spider-Man style. Like there was 2 close walls, and he puts his hands on like one side and his feet on the other, and like climbs up. And he escapes. Have you seen that? No. Yo, anyways, they caught him, right?
Oh, did he go in the hole and then the cops are trying to grab him down?
No,
but you seen that one? Okay. But yeah, that one's crazy.
That one was like in a courtroom.
So this dude, So this dude like did a whole Spider-Man thing. Okay.
But this one is like, so they kept the cops on like a I think he was gone for almost a week on the run. When they catch him, he was in like a stolen Philadelphia Eagles hoodie. So this leads me to believe. I'll let you shoot first. I'm asking the question first, but let's say you escape prison, right? You're in prison. You escape prison. What's your plan? Like you just get on the outside of their prison walls. What's your plan?
I know this sounds crazy. My plan is like
put yourself in the shoes of a criminal.
I think immediately I'm gonna go. Oh shoot! I've got to go somewhere because I have to find somewhere for a day, just like quiet down. But that's wrong because these niggas are after you the moment you step out. So honestly, my mind is like, honestly, bro, like I'm going as far as I can. Like, yeah. I'm not if I don't eat, it doesn't matter. These legs are taking me to the furthest place away from me. Like, bro, I don't know where I'm going. Is left, right, up, nigga, but I'm moving. Like, I'm not stopping at no one's house. I'm not trying to take a nap. I'm going 48 hours hopping on, nigga. I'm
the nearest train and
because I feel like when you're in when you're in the area, like you're just done. Like you gotta get out of there. Mm-hmm. Like I'm taking a train to 3 states, bro. Like, bro, I'm going to Canada, bro. Like, bro,
they say always like the first thing is like, oh, in the movies, we'll go to Mexico. Like we'll get out of here, and I feel like that might be the move. Like, so personally, so like yeah, I jump over the wall. Boom, my feet hit the ground. Yeah, that's the first thing I'm doing is running. I'm a criminal at this point already. I'm already evading. So first thing I'm doing is running. I'm going to have to take somebody's car, right? Hopefully I can get one that doesn't have somebody in it, so it'd just be a stolen car, and then like they won't alarm anybody, right? I'm really like put some thought into this.
What's so funny is that a car is like the last thing on my mind.
Nah.
That's crazy.
I would get the car just to double my chances of getting further.
Yeah.
Cause check it, bro. How far are you gonna get on foot? And they have dogs and cars and helicopters with like all that stuff. You get into, at least you have more of a chance with a stolen car versus like a robbery car. A stolen car.
Wait, what do you mean?
So, like, if I see a car in a parking lot and I steal it, I might have more time to get away with the car before they report it versus, like, I just yank somebody out of a car.
Oh,
right, and then, like, take their car that's running. They're going to call the police immediately.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like if I had to put myself in the shoes of a prison escapee, that might be the route. Yeah, and then same thing, like, go, like, to Mexico. Probably Mexico versus Canada.
Yeah, I'm probably going to the gas station, getting the green tea. I'm buying a black tea. Or I'm still in a black tea. I'm actually still in both of these things.
Yeah.
I'm already talking about buying.
By this point.
And I think I'm going to try to go to the bar and just, like, try to, like, finesse my way with a girl. Or just, like, every night I'm going to a bar. Like, hey, how are you? Like,
for, like, place to stay in the shelter and stuff?
Something, dog. Like,
wow. Girl, but that just makes a lot of ties in.
I'll make her fall in love with me. Be like, yo, love me.
You might probably have a better chance just going to, like, an old folks home.
Probably.
Hey, just mugging them up. You're like, hey, what's up, baby? Like, let me stay here for a little bit.
Or just stick them up, right? Put them in a room.
Oh my God, Jesus!
I'm not trying to get caught, bro.
No. So, but they caught him. They caught him already for sure. They caught him, and it was so mind-boggling to me. I'm like, damn, like what
would you do? Yeah.
So he probably got like those clothes and stuff off of somebody. Like, they have like the clothesline with all the clothes drying. He probably that's how he got the change of clothes and stuff. Bro, when they found him, they beat his ass, bro. Like, they did a picture with him like they just caught Osama bin Laden. Like, they're like...
Costing got nothing else to do.
Right, they're holding him. They're all, like, dressed in, like, military gear with, like, guns and shit. And they're, like, holding him in the middle. And then, like, even that they have the dog and shit.
They're just trying to... and what, they're doing... They're just trying to tell the other cellmates, it's going to be you.
Don't do that little Spider-Man shit that he did. The video is so hilarious. And I'm pretty sure I'll probably make a clip of this. For the clip, I'll put the video. But that shit is so hilarious. You gotta see that.
That's hilarious,
man.
Dude.
I'm really glad that we were able to do this. Of course, this feels good. I'm really like this year, y'all. I'm trying to get into more, or not this year, but like this little segment moving forward. Right,
a lot could happen in 3 months.
Moving forward, I want to try to do something. And if not once a week, then every 2 weeks. Yo, big shout out to the Slow Burn podcast, fucking Roman Tees, bro.
Yeah,
they really
like LA, dope.
Bro, they put a slow burn under me to get back to this shit. I'm loving their pod. Like I've watched the last 3, like from start to finish. Last time I messaged Tej afterwards, and I told him like how great he was, and I called Rome as well, and like just telling him like, yo, like giving both of them their flowers. So they really like, you know, ignited a flame in me to keep this shit going. So yeah, man, you're gonna be seeing a lot of stuff. Like I said, by this time the video of the KFC versus Popeyes wings is probably almost done. This video is gonna be coming out. We're probably gonna have more. I'm gonna definitely be recording more stuff in the future. I really want to get into stuff with seafood diet more. You know, now that I have my actual diet under control, I can do seafood diet and still keep accountable for working out and stuff like that. Yeah, man, I'm excited. We're doing one more trip before the end of the year. Yo, if you're watching this, you can either message me or comment below. Where should we visit next? I mean, I don't mind going to LA or New York again. So outside of LA and New York, where are some places that we should go to? And if you give us some stuff like Wisconsin or something like that, tell me what I need to do there, because I want to go all over the states. I
would say give us a city and then like maybe a couple dope things to do there, like,
and your favorite food spot.
Kind of sell it to us. Yeah, for sure.
And like
I heard good things about like I've heard good things about Austin. I've heard good things about Savannah. I've heard good things about Atlanta.
Right.
I've heard good things about
Tennessee,
Ohio, like even. But these are, you know, like we kind of looking for like a city that's popping.
I want some dope stuff. And I think, and I'm at the point too, because if y'all know me, you know I only fly fucking Delta or JetBlue. But I'm at the point now where just to get this content, I don't mind doing Spirit and Frontier $50 flights to go to like Tennessee and stuff. All that
Texas
stuff
on Spirit wasn't too bad.
Bro, what was like $70 probably?
It wasn't too bad. I would just say maybe like no TV. Is probably
that's the only thing that sucks. But I'm willing.
It's not the worst.
I'm willing to sacrifice that to be able to go to more. Like if I could buy a ticket to Atlanta and a ticket
we
to.
We were thinking about Puerto Rico.
Right. Maybe.
I'm not gonna lie. Puerto Rico does sound like the wave.
Maybe.
If anybody out there just has good connections with Puerto Rico and you're not playing with your life, like you out here making moves, I don't know, hit us up. Let us know. Let's go on a trip. Show us around, bro. We're trying to do some crazy stuff. I mostly think we haven't gone because it's like we don't know the area.
Right.
So.
I want to.
People be like, "Oh, just go to Puerto Rico." Anyways, it's like it ain't that easy, bro.
Right. I want to also announce this here. I think I'm gonna just flat out say that I won't be doing the Halloween Suave and Friends Halloween event,
but he should.
I should, but I won't be doing it. I'm gonna put a stamp on that now. I won't be doing it. However, I will be doing the 2-year Suave and Friends anniversary in March. So I'm taking away October, but in 5 months after that, I'm gonna have a way better event. It's gonna be dope. I'll think of a dope theme because like what theme is better than Halloween, right? You can dress up, you can do whatever you want. Anybody can be anything.
You could be whatever you want.
Right, but I'll think of a dope theme so everybody can still have that feeling there, because I loved last year's Halloween event. So, and you got anything coming up that people need? You look out for?
So I do. So I was doing the 1st and the 15th, which I have to do a whole video, freaking telling my people like why I haven't done that. Right. It's so funny that you haven't potted in a while, because I was actually doing finances with my brother. So I made a huge transition there. So like the music hasn't stopped. I still have.
Give us a quick little. Give us a quick little thing about the financing.
Man, no, just me and my brother. My brother Louis Pena in Texas used to live in Orlando. Most of you guys know. Opened his own brokerage.
As seen on the Cube.
He's actually
TBS.
about it. Yeah, he was on the Cube with Dwayne Wade on the show. That was pretty dope.
Winner of the Cube.
He got his life insurance license to open up his own brokerage. So his mentor already has one, making tons of money. Louis is already making great money just being an agent. So he's like showing me his checks. He's like, yo, come work for me. He's showing me like how we can help people get life insurance, help people do mutual funds, how help people create life insurance and do loans, which is freaking dope. And now he's like, bro, now I want you to work for me in taxes and do people's taxes. So it's like, it's really dope. And like all that money and all that planning has just been solely to go back into potting,
right?
Music.
So
like,
you've been taking classes and stuff, and that's
I've been
why.
taking classes. Yeah, I've been taking classes. I'm still taking classes, and like it's really dope. So the music, what I am doing is dropping Work the Clock. That hasn't been said nowhere.
Dope.
Work the Clock. It's coming out October 1st. And what I'm going to do is like run that single all month long and then I might just do one single a month from now on. But it'll get like so much more attention now.
Right.
Like music video, like more promotion. Before I was just throwing them out there. Now I was like, bro, you need to slow down. So once every month, man, and it's sick, bro. Like I love what I'm doing, bro. It's like podcast, music, finances.
Right. I think we're kind of getting into this like juggling act where
It really is, bro.
Juggling our health, juggling our relationships with our friends and family, girlfriends and stuff like that. Like juggling
relationships.
Outside of we
Family.
don't want to work forever, right? We
don't want to work forever.
We have a hobby. We have a thing that could potentially like earn us money in the future. So
Yeah,
we want to make sure.
Anybody looking for work,
Yeah.
message me. Let me know. Me and my brother be more happy to break down the details. So.
But what I'm saying is like we want to do like the podcast and stuff like that because we enjoy it, but also it could be a means of financial means in the future, a stream.
Yep.
So it's like. And the only way that
yeah.
happens is if we keep doing this, right? So I think we kind of both, like you said, both kind of stepped away just a little bit.
I actually did. Now that you're saying that, I'm like, it doesn't feel like it, but I definitely did for sure.
Right.
I haven't dropped no pods either. It's so crazy. We're talking about you not doing it for a month. I haven't done it for a month either.
Yeah, I mean,
my last video says 1 month ago.
real quick. Okay, let's keep this really fast.
All right, go ahead.
We never had a wrap up of Rolling Loud.
You
guys seen a billion videos?
Vlog,
go to the video.
That's so good though. The vlogs really have been. Yo, let us know about our vlogs, man.
Yeah. Where do you guys want to see the vlog go next?
It was amazing. I would say it's incredible. But when you go,
would you do it again?
It's talk about health. The only thing that wouldn't make me do it again is probably because I did ASAP Rock. Like I got a good experience, but it's so hot.
Yeah.
No. Like when you go, make sure you got your book bag with the water.
Emergencies.
Don't play with that.
Drink emergencies.
It's hot, dude.
Make sure to hydrate, hydrate hella.
Nancy. Yeah.
Drink emergencies
Don't
every
be
day.
eating crappy food on the off time. Like try to get something good in there.
Right.
Rolling Loud is hot, bro. 3 days.
Bro,
like,
and then
no
afterwards I was
Nancy,
sick for like a month.
Sick for a month, but like the performances, like seeing like all these freaking big artists, ASAP Rocky, Lil Yachty. I mean, who was out there? Cardi B was out there. Central C. We saw dudes from New York. New York had its own crowd.
Travis Scott.
The experience.
Playboy Cardi.
Look at the lineup, but the experience is like.
So you would go again for sure.
Yeah, definitely go again.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad we went. We had a really, really good time. You, of course, again, you guys.
I would like do like I think like people go like. Yeah, go all 3 days if you're that type of person. But yeah, it's dope.
They only did so. You went for the 1 day because that's the first time.
I did the first day. How exhausted I was. I was like, yo, 2 more days.
How do you do this for 2 more days? Yeah, I mean, ultimately you did 2 days,
but
more or less. You did the performance on the 3rd day. So
I think if I go, I think maybe not filming would probably make it dope. Like maybe just go and just be like, all right, I'm just gonna go like
fully immerse yourself. Yeah,
like one day. This is one day at least.
So this is my 3rd one. I don't have as many videos like from the crowd before because I told myself like I took like the songs I wanted to hear and like be there for. Right, I took a quick video for it, but I took maybe 10 seconds, put it back in, and I'm dancing, jumping around, singing and stuff like that. I really wanted to like feel this performance. So. Nah, you good. That's the wrap of it. I just wanted to bring that up because it just reminded me like the last time we literally did any sort of pod stuff was
go check it out
mid-July.
That was a dope time. I ain't gonna lie, going to LA, New York was fun. Miami was cool. Like that was really dope.
Look, ideally y'all
all right, I'm clocking out.
Ideally y'all I'm wrapping up right now. Ideally y'all I'm gonna have different guests coming up again. We're gonna get back into that motion of having different guests from all different types of life.
Oh, and if you like me on here, just comment below that
right. How do y'all feel about? Or would y'all
y'all gonna get used to me?
Would y'all even like co-host? Because I'm thinking about this too. Would you like Richie to co-host more when I do have another guest? Right. So there's that. I'm gonna be back very soon.
Imagine they're like no.
Right. No. Be a thumbs down.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna definitely be coming back with another pod. I feel like I've been reignited again. So thank you guys for watching. Peace.